I'm Daniel. After years booking flights for clients, I have seen exactly how airlines shape the prices you see online. Airfares have climbed 24% in the last few years. That means knowing how to beat the system can save you hundreds per trip. Maybe thousands annually if you travel regularly. Airlines use dynamic pricing systems that respond to your behavior. The more you search the same route, the more expensive it can get. That is not your imagination. That is how the system is designed. Travel agents learn how to work around these systems because we constantly track price patterns and fare rules. Today I am sharing the real strategies that consistently help travelers save money. Some are simple tricks, some are process changes, some are information travelers never realize is available. Use even one of these strategies and there is a good chance you will never overpay for flights again. Let me show you how. Secret 1. Search flights in private browsing windows. Always start your flight search in private or incognito mode. Booking platforms store cookies from your browsing history. Using private browsing resets that history. The system sees you as a new user and shows the standard price instead of the inflated one. I had a client searching Paris flights for a week. Her price jumped more than $200 before she ever booked. Same browser, same cookies, the system was watching her. I told her to use incognito mode and search again. She found the exact same flight for $190 less than what she saw the day before. Now she uses incognito mode every single time. She even uses a VPN when traveling internationally to make sure the booking platform does not recognize her location. Try this yourself. Search a flight on your regular browser. Write down the price, then search the exact same flight in incognito mode. You will often see a cheaper price. That difference is money left on the table. Secret 2. Sunday is often the cheapest day to book. This one surprises nearly every traveler. Multiple airfare studies from Hopper, Expedia, and Skyscanner show Sunday is consistently one of the cheapest days of the week to book flights. The reason is simple. Weekend leisure searches slow down on Sundays, which forces airlines to stay competitive. If you are comparison shopping, check pricing on Sundays. Many travelers see lower fares that day. I tracked this with clients for an entire year. Every single Sunday we would see fares that were 10 to 15% lower than the same flights on Friday or Saturday. A $500 ticket becomes $425. On a family of 4, that is $300 in savings. One client had flexibility around a vacation departure. The Friday departure was $830 for 2 people. The Sunday departure was $701, $129 cheaper just for pushing the trip back 2 days. Set a calendar alert for Sunday afternoon. Check your fares then. Secret 3. Use the 24-hour free cancellation window. Pay attention here. Most major airlines in the United States are required to honor a 24-hour cancellation window for flights booked directly with them. That means you can book a fare today, lock it in, and continue watching prices. If the fare drops the next day, you can cancel and rebook without penalty. This rule only applies to bookings made directly with airlines. Some online agencies may not support free cancellation, so always check the rules displayed. I learned this strategy the hard way. Years ago I booked a fare and called a friend who worked in airline pricing. He said, "Why are you locked in? You have 24 hours. I monitored prices overnight. The fare dropped $60. I cancelled and rebooked. Now I tell every client, book the moment you find something reasonable. Then keep monitoring. If better pricing appears within 24 hours, cancel and rebook. No penalties, no hassle." Most people never do this because they do not know the rule exists or they assume there are fees. There are not, as long as you use the airline directly and stay within the window. Secret 4. Compare 2 one-way tickets instead of round-trip. If you want to save real money, pay attention here. Round-trip pricing is not always cheaper. Many airlines price round-trip and one-way fares using entirely different logic. Sometimes booking 2 one-way tickets can save hundreds of dollars, especially when different airlines are used in each direction. Always check both options. Search round-trip, then price each direction separately on Google Flights, Skyscanner, or Kiwi. I had a client looking at a trip to London. She expected round-trip to be cheaper. That is what 99% of people assume. She searched and found a round-trip on a single airline for $2,100 for 2 people. I suggested she check one-way pricing. New York to London on a budget carrier was $510 per person. London back to New York on the same budget carrier was $490 per person. Total $1,800, $300 cheaper than the round trip. Here is where most people mess up. They compare a single one-way option against the round trip. But you need to check multiple airline combinations. The key is you have to check every time. Do not assume round trip is always better. That 5-minute comparison can save you hundreds. Secret 5. Fly on Tuesday or Wednesday. Now here is something most passengers do not even think to compare. If your schedule allows, shift your departure or return to midweek. Tuesday and Wednesday are typically the cheapest days to fly because business travelers fly Monday and Friday. Leisure travelers book weekend itineraries. That leaves 2 days in the middle with lower demand and lower fares. One client needed to travel for a family event. Friday flight was $480. Tuesday flight on the same route was $390. She moved her trip to Tuesday. $90 per person savings was worth rearranging her schedule. For a family of 3, that added up to $270. Midweek flights cost less. If you can travel Tuesday or Wednesday instead of Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you will almost always save money. This is simple. Check if your schedule can accommodate midweek travel. If it can, book it. Secret 6. Try secondary airports. This next method saves money without changing how you fly. If you are flying into a major city, compare prices into surrounding airports. Many low-cost carriers use smaller airports outside the main city because of lower fees and less competition. That often means cheaper fares. Examples include Long Beach instead of LAX or Oakland instead of San Francisco. Just factor in transportation costs to see whether the savings are worth it. I had a client flying to Los Angeles. She automatically searched LAX. Round trip was $620. I suggested she check Long Beach. Same dates. Long Beach round trip was $490. $130 difference. She realized she could take a regional bus for $12 round trip. The bus took longer, but she was not in a rush. Now the savings were $118. Worth it. The key is you have to do the math. Sometimes the secondary airport is actually farther or transportation costs more. But often, especially in areas with good public transportation, you can save real money. Always check secondary airports when booking. Secret 7. Add baggage and seats at booking time. Many travelers wait until check-in or the airport to pay for bags or seat assignments. Airlines know this, and the prices are often much higher in person. Frontier and Spirit are well known for doubling the price of checked bags at the airport compared to prepaid fees. Always review add-on charges before you complete your booking. 5 minutes of planning can save a surprising amount of money. I booked a family trip years ago with Frontier. At the point of purchase, I could add a checked bag for $25. I did not add it, thinking I would decide later. At the airport, I needed to check one. Price was $45. $20 more expensive just because I waited. For a family checking bags, this becomes a real problem. 2 people, 2 checked bags round trip. Booking time pricing is $50 total. Airport pricing is $180 total. That is $130 extra just because you did not spend 5 minutes at checkout. Always do add-ons at booking. Secret 8. Set price alerts for multiple dates. If you can travel with some flexibility, set price alerts for several date pairs rather than just one. Google Flights allows you to monitor multiple combinations at once. Sometimes moving your departure or return by 1 day cuts prices significantly. I once helped a colleague traveling for a conference. She could leave 1 day earlier or later. The date flexibility saved her more than $200. She set alerts for 4 different date combinations. Her preferred dates were Friday to Monday. But she also monitored Thursday to Monday, Friday to Sunday, and Saturday to Monday. Saturday to Monday ended up showing the cheapest fare, $300 cheaper than Friday to Monday on the same conference itinerary. She adjusted her schedule, attended evening events Thursday instead. Problem solved. The average flyer locks into one specific date range and searches only that. They miss opportunities. If you have any flexibility at all, set alerts for multiple options. One of them will be cheaper. Secret 9. Book during the right window. Prices vary depending on how far out you are booking. Domestic flights are often cheapest around 3 to 7 weeks before departure. International flights can hit their best pricing several months out depending on the region and carrier. Every route behaves differently, which is why monitoring price trends matters more than following a single rule. I tracked a domestic flight for 3 months before a client needed to travel. 6 months out, the price was $570. 4 months out, still $540. Inventory had not fully released yet. 3 months out, the price dropped to $480. 2 months out, $420. 1 month out back up to $500. The sweet spot was 3 to 7 weeks out. That is when most airlines have released their full inventory and are competing for customers. For international flights, the window is different. I booked a Paris flight. 6 months out, the price was $1,100. 3 months out, $970. 2 months out, $1,050. Back up. Every route is different. Aim to book in that middle window where competition is strongest, then monitor pricing within it. Secret 10. Watch for error fares. Occasionally airlines publish incorrect prices. These are real and they do get honored often enough that entire communities monitor them. Follow sites like Secret Flying, The Flight Deal, and services like Going. They alert subscribers when mistake fares appear. These fares can disappear within hours, so if you find one, you need to act quickly. I once saw a $500 international flight listed for $65. It was real. The airline honored every booking because the pricing error was on them. Within 6 hours, the fare was corrected and prices went back to normal. I did not book that one personally, but a travel agent colleague booked it immediately. She locked in the savings. Airline honored it. These error fares are rare, but they happen. If you follow the communities that track them, you can catch one occasionally. You have to act fast. Here is how to implement these strategies today. Pick one, just one. Before your next flight booking, pick one of these 10 secrets and try it. If you have time flexibility, try the midweek flying strategy. It is the easiest win. If you are booking international, set price alerts for multiple dates. That one alone has saved clients thousands. If you want immediate results, use incognito mode. That works every single time. Book that one flight using your chosen strategy. Then track your savings. Write it down. See the real difference. If you want to stop overspending on hotels too, watch this video next. I break down the hotel room mistakes that waste travelers thousands of dollars every year without them even realizing it. Subscribe and I will see you on Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday with new travel secrets that will save you money. I'm Daniel, travel agent tells all, and I'll see you at 30,000 feet.